right, guys. So wheel wells are all clean. I did that. I cleaned the rotors and the calipers. So it's ready to go. And if you saw a denibbed, not denibbed, I'm watching Matt on Obsep's Garage and he denibs his tires. That's why I'm saying that. And it's not what I'm doing. I snipped and removed a couple of the fins, or 3 fins actually on each side in the front of the car, because with the spacers it rubs at full lock. So the car is 100% done from a decon process and ceramic coating process, so it's time to coat the wheels. So I want to show you a couple things. I've already taken the wheels off and I'm going to bring them up here in a second. This is something I suggest that you get if you don't have one. This just comes in really handy. This is called a roller stand. It says a motorcycle wheel cleaning tool actually on it. It's got these grips on the bottom. They make them for cars that are bigger or even have a pole on them, but those might be a couple $100, and if you have the budget and want to spend it, that's great. I bought this just to try, just for fun. I think this was on Amazon for like $35. I'll find it and link it, but it works. So I'll prop that up here because when I bring the tire on it, I can sit it on it and just roll the tire, and I can flip it around and roll it, and it just makes the whole process easier on coating. Then I can do it up at this level versus squatting on the ground as well. Now I already washed the wheels and tires when I deconned the car, and I used P&S Brake Buster, plus I used decon soap, so they should be really well stripped. So I still got a little bit more to do on them and cleaning them up before I'm ready for the coating, but we'll go through that. And I'll show you the coating. Like, I got my gloves out because I'm gonna, especially so I don't scratch up the wheels. I'm gonna use my gloves to pick them up and put them up here. And this is what I'm using. I've never used it before. Right here, I bought this from Obsessed's Garage. CarPro Deluxe, you can see there. And then CarPro Gliss is the topper. So Deluxe, we're gonna do 2 coats, and then we're gonna do 1 coat of gliss. So on the paint, I'm doing 1 coat of ceramic, 2 coats of topping. On the wheels, I'm doing the opposite. 2 coats of ceramic, 1 coat of topping. So this, in the Deluxe, says it's a plastic and wheel coating. Gliss just says it's a hyper slick top coating. So I'm really curious to use these and see just how they are. So we'll go through that in the process, because look, this is my first time even getting these and I haven't even opened the box. So we're gonna go through all that together, and I'll share my experience through it as I do the wheels. So I also have to get out a couple of gloves, and there might be gloves in the boxes, just like with G-Technic, CSL, and EXO, but definitely got to use the gloves. Okay, so let me get this wheel up here. These fit, and it's just gonna fit. Oh, perfect. I didn't plan that, but it just fits, and as you see, I can just roll it and turn it, so that makes it a lot easier right there. So, and then I'll be able to flip it around and do the inside. So let me get the rest of my things out, and I'll show you what we'll use, and we'll get started. All right, I turned the wheel around. I'm just getting my gloves here because I kind of inspected a little bit. So you can turn it. Since I already decon washed and just kind of washed them outside, the only part that really maybe didn't get washed is a little edge right here, because I can't reach in there. But since I washed them pretty well, they're just a little bit dusty just from sitting in the garage for the last week or so. So I decided, just a little dust, I'm just going to use a little Adams detail spray just to essentially just get the dust off of them. And this is a single soft Adams towel, just some that I use for little odd and end jobs. That I don't need like really nice towels for. Even though, when these were new, they were nice, but I've really been kind of disappointed in them, only because they just seem to lint a lot. So I want to do this just to get the dust off. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to clay bar these things, a good old-fashioned clay bar. So I have an Adams clay bar. I think I have one unopened in there. Yeah. So, look, see, I have it unopened. So I'm going to use that. I use the clay mitt on the car, but this is just a little dirtier job, you can say. So, let me see. I'm going to move the wheel a little closer. Try and just wipe all the spokes down as well. Making sure I get all these little crevices. You know, like I said before, these wheels are beautiful. They do look great. There's like my favorite stock wheels on a car. You know, typically I don't like stock wheels very much at all on any vehicle, but man, they're a pain to clean. It's easier to clean when they're off of the vehicle like this, for sure. All right, so that doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to use the clay bar. Let me open this up. And you could actually use Adams detail spray as a clay lube. Can't get this open with my gloves. I'll probably just throw this clay bar away after I do the 4 wheels. And it's sticky. That's for sure. So, I don't know, I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to use Adams detail spray or if I want to use my actual clay lube. Let me put this down here. That is some sticky. Man, get off me. All right. Yeah. That's pretty sticky. Good old-fashioned clay. Let's see. Yeah. May use my clay lube just because I do like this. It's a good just cleaning agent at the same time. So let's just see how this does. So I'm going to soak it down a good bit. Then I have a couple of other Adams towels that I'm going to use to just put this out of the way, just to wipe it down. It's good because it kind of, when I turn it, the liquid kind of follows with it, and I can just continue claying. That's nice. Now claying the spokes might be an absolute pain. Keep my little cart handy. See, just a little rust spot in there. I'm assuming it's rust. It's something. So these little wheel racks definitely, make a difference and make it easier to do this. Yeah, I like using this clay lube. It's slick in here. So before I do the spokes, I'm going to wipe this down. Yeah, you can just spin it and keep going, get a good bit. I like that. So, can I get it to focus on there? Just want you to see, just even after cleaning it, just the gunk that'll still come off of your wheels. So I'm gonna put that on the side and just give it a little wipe down. I'll put a microfiber towel underneath here because I figured just some stuff would drip out. Definitely want to make sure they're clean and dry before we coat them. So I'm still going to use surface prep on them just like I would on the paint after. And I'm really curious on how much a difference this will make in actually maintenance washing. So the interesting part will be up here and passing the clay on the spokes. So let's see. I'm just going to rub this around. It's not perfect, but probably should have done that first, because then I could have wiped and dried the inside of the barrel again, which I need to do anyway after wiping this. So I hope you can see from there, it's looking clean, looking pretty. All right, let me flip this thing around, which is a little more of a challenge without hitting the, I got just enough space in this workbench here. Do like this. All right. There we go. So if you follow Obsessed Garage like I do with Matt, he has this nice big rolling cart where he sits his wheel stand on it, so you can kind of do it wherever. You know, I don't have all that, so I'm just going by what I do have. So, all right, we're gonna clay this as best as we can. Let's just try and get in all of here. So let me just do a section at a time, kind of on the bottom section. And I might have to spin around and wipe the inside back again. I'm learning as I go, guys. So this is the first time that I've clayboard my wheels. And it's not the best process or perfect, but in the front, you know, may not need to be clayed. It's not bad. What I'm going to do is use a little towel and clean up in there, although it's not too bad either. So next step is we need to surface prep, and then we're going to coat. All right, so let me get that out. So the surface prep is the same thing that I use on the car. Make sure I can focus for you here. It's in the Obsessed Garage press-all bottle, but all it is Car Pro Eraser. So if you see me take this out before. So had to change my camera battery. What I was about to say was, what I'm going to do is I'm going to surface prep this, and actually I might wait on that. I might do the other wheels first, because I'm not going to surface prep just yet. I want to see if I'm going to polish anything. I mean, I really can't polish the spokes, although they don't necessarily need it. I didn't know if I wanted to polish the inside of the barrel. I'm not sure. That would be fairly easy to do. Kind of using like a one-step. Let me flip this around again, because I think that's maybe what I'm going to do. Just a little misty in here, just from cleaning the front. So the polish I only may do just to help it, just to help the coating it here. I mean, I'm very much undecided on if I want to do that. I really don't need to. Just kind of looking in there. I'm thinking if I use my 3-inch polisher, it would be so quick to do. I'm just going to do it. while I'm at it. So I don't think you have to necessarily. Put this up just a little bit. I don't think you necessarily have to do a polishing stage. I'm just gonna do it just to show you the steps and just in case there's something you want to do. So I'm gonna get that out and rig that all up. Okay, so I got my polisher set up. So I'm using my SK Mini, the 3-inch, and I've got this pad that I wouldn't normally use in my car. Man, sorry it's so bright and washed out. That lighting is just killer right there. There you go. So this is a 3-inch pad, got it on Amazon. It's more of a correcting pad. It's a harsher pad. I'm just gonna throw it away after using it on the wheels because I'm not really too concerned about it. Also, I have some Adams polish. It's their second step. So theirs is just simply a compound and then a polish. And it works all right. I mean, I've used it plenty before, about half this bottle. And I'm just gonna use it because I need to, I have it. I'm just gonna use it as a one stage, like a single stage, one step. And the only negative is it tends to dust. So let's just see how it works on here. So I'm gonna put a little bit on there and let it roll right off onto the ground. Did you see that? It literally just dripped right off, which doesn't usually happen. Throw that on the side. Man. I don't know if it's just the polish or what. Not all of it, just a little bit dripped. And I'm just gonna go kind of slow and just move it around. Kick it up a little bit. Kind of cool, just holding the spot, let it do its thing. All right, let's see. Let me set this on the side 1 second. I mean, it feels nice. Shinier, cleaner. I'd say that was worth it. Worth doing that quick pass. Pretty good results in there. So now I'm going to take this wheel down and I'm going to do the same process on the other three. Same exact process. And the only thing I'm going to wait and do is I'm going to surface prep, just to wait in case there's any last minute dust or anything. I'm going to surface prep as the last thing right before I coat. So I'll probably surface prep while it's up here, let it dry for a second, and then immediately coat it. Then surface prep the next one versus surface prepping all four. There we go. That's shiny and nice, pretty. Everything's clean. All right, pleased with that. So I'm gonna do the other three, and then I'll bring this wheel and tire back up here for the surface prep and the coating. And we'll experience that together, I guess, because I'm excited to see what it's like. So stay with me.